So here we are, it's Tuesday in week 3 of the video keeping endeavours in relation to Zzzzip. Whoa, what have I got to say to you today? Well, okay, the 100 scripts in 100 days initiative remains ongoing. I just wrote video script 14 for that, so 2 weeks in, we're up to snuff, that's all going good. The other interesting thing that's kind of emerged is that we are looking at potentially, Will and I, some sort of, let's say, JV video production capability in relation to Rise, the big technology startup event that happens in Hong Kong each year. And in collaboration with BritCham, Will's looking at spending a couple of days going through all the exhibitors, all the startups that are there, and then essentially having on-camera discussions with the majority of them as to exactly what their experience has been in terms of real life starting a business in Hong Kong and then subsequently running it. So we're in very early discussions with Casey Lau, one of the co-founders, and Weem of Rise, that is. So we're hopeful that we might get a couple of days worth of really good how to start a business in Hong Kong.com type content from, as I say, entrepreneurs that are living the dream in Hong Kong, if you can call it that. So that's a work ongoing. We have also, I think probably now is a good time just to explain commercially what happened in the first 2 months. So we officially started on April the 1st, Will and I. Actually the first 6 weeks were spent just getting the corporate services provider license completed, which was issued to us 2 or 3 weeks ago. So that, together with just the overall consolidation of a variety of different sort of opportunities that Will had from his legacy career arrangements, and also stuff that we had started conversations with clients on prior to the establishment of Zzzzip, but whose timing of their corporate services need on the back of an immigration application dovetailed nicely into the first week of April when we were about to start. And so what that meant was, commercially, in the first month of Zzzzip's existence, we 50% broke even. The second month, which is May, we also again 50% broke even. We've got a reasonable expectation that we will do 50% plus break even this month. And then realistically towards the end of this year that should continue to incrementally grow. So we're hopeful that, let's say by December, turn of the year, Zzzzip Hong Kong will be essentially wiping its face and costing us nothing. So that's all good, and there aren't too many so-called startups that can boast of generating early revenue, certainly to the point where you're 50% break even in the first few months. So Will and I are quite pleased about that. And then just to finish off this sort of update for today, rest of this week, what am I going to do? Well, as I video diaried last week, on Friday, Will and I spent a few hours with Chris shooting a whole variety of different Zzzzip storytelling content. So I'm hoping this week that I can get a look at that footage and have a conversation with Chris about production dimension. I'm also going to continue writing Zzzzip scripts, 100 in 100 days, can't get away from that. And I'm reasonably hopeful that this week we will also get a straw man of our first whiteboard animation for Zzzzip, upon which we can build thereafter. So all going good, and I'll talk to you a little bit later on this week.